Humans have inhabited the Earth for around 2.5 million years. During the last few decades, various fossils and archaeological finds have been made in parts of the world, and these have revealed that early humans first appeared in Africa. From here, we ventured into Asia and Europe. Then gradually, humans formed various colonies and tribes in different parts of the world. Some of these tribes became extremely powerful and formed various civilizations that made huge advancements in various fields. Over the past couple of centuries, the advancements in archaeological techniques and technology have allowed archaeologists to be able to find fascinating ruins and artifacts belonging to these past civilizations. Today, there are thousands of archaeological sites scattered in different countries across the world. The millions of statues, hoards, artifacts and ruins discovered during the past few centuries have been preserved in different museums and private collections around the world. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at these 5 archaeological discoveries you've probably never heard of. Tomb of Skippy Oz. In 1780, one of the most remarkable tombs was discovered in Rome. Known as the Tomb of Skippy Oz, this large tomb dates back to the early 3rd century BC. It was the common tomb of the family of Corneli Scipiones. They were considered to be amongst the most respected and most famous Romans, having a history of great service to their society. Their ancestors had served Rome and won a number of battles. The Tomb of Skippy Oz is amongst one of the most important examples of the late Republican funerary culture of Rome. It also demonstrates how the family worked to preserve their history and maintain their image. The tomb was built by cutting a subterranean rock. It has a number of irregular chambers that are connected through corridors, and researchers believe that the burials at the tomb started during the early years of the 3rd century BCE. It was used until the 1st century CE. Lucius Cornelius Scipio, who was the patriarch of the family, is considered to be the tomb's most prominent occupant. He was buried in a stone sarcophagus that had a Latin inscription on it. Other parts of the tomb are occupied by other members of the family, and the majority of the burials have inscriptions identifying the family members and give an account of their lives. Upon the tomb's rediscovery in 1780, researchers also found a sculpted head known as the Head of Aeneas. It's made of anine tuff and measures 24 centimeters in height. Later, in 1934, another head made of marble was discovered from the tomb. However, it was immediately stolen, and today only one photograph of the marble head exists. According to some historians, there is a possibility that these heads are portraits of the occupants of the tomb. Historians believe that the 30 resting places in the tomb correspond to the number of Scipiones who lived during the 3rd century and the middle of the 2nd century BC. At the time the tomb of Skippy Oz was built, it was outside the city. However, a number of new constructions changed the landscape, and as the city expanded, the tomb became a part of the city. Biak treasure. In 1785, a farmer was working in the fields in the village of Thil in southern France when he discovered 7 large silver objects. The objects were closely examined by historians, and it was found that they were forged during the Roman era. A closer examination revealed that they belonged to the 3rd century AD. This silver hoard was later sold to an English collector named Richard Payne Knight. In 1824, the hoard came into the custody of the British Museum as per the will of Richard Payne Knight. Since then, it has been present at the British Museum in London. All the items in the hoard are made entirely of silver. The hoard includes 3 dishes, a saucer, a large plate, an ornamented cup, and a fluted bowl. The dishes feature Bacchic scenes, and at the base of one of the dishes is the name of Benignus Victori Victoris. Historians believe that this person was the original owner of this treasure. The large plate also has the name Benignus inscribed on it. The fluted bowl has a central medallion that features the Roman goddess Venus along with Cupid and Priapus. It was used for washing hands. The fluted bowl also has an engraving at the foot, and the name Eugraphi is inscribed at the bottom. Historians believe that Eugraphi was most probably the name of the Greek craftsman who made this set. This incredible piece of history is very well preserved, and most of its items are fully intact. The ornamented cup is the only item in the treasure that is badly damaged. Historians believe the treasure was a part of an ancient castle that once existed in Thil at the site where the treasure was found. Penrith Hoard. In 1785, a small boy found a few silver brooches at the New Bigging Moor near Penrith in England. Later, in 1830, a few other smaller thistle brooches were found in the same area. 150 years later, in 1989, a detailed archaeological investigation at the same spot resulted in discovery of a number of other silver items. Archaeologists concluded that all these items were a part of a dispersed hoard. Usually such hoards are dispersed as a result of routine farming work. For example, some items of a single hoard can be moved to a different location as a result of ploughing. The Penrith Hoard includes 5 Viking brooches, jewellery, coins, ingots and hack silver. The large thistle brooch discovered in 1785 was passed to the Laverian Museum, which was a private museum in London. It was eventually brought to the British Museum. A few items of the hoard that were discovered in 1785 and 1830 were lost. However, most of the items of this dispersed hoard have been recovered and are kept at the British Museum in London. Some historians believe that the hoard could be connected to the events of 927 AD, when the kings of Scotland and Strathclyde came to Penrith to honour Athelstan. Gothfrith, the king of Dublin, was also in the area along with his army. It's believed that a number of skirmishes happened between Athelstan and Gothfrith, resulting in Athelstan's eventual victory. Historians believe that the Penrith Hoard may have been deposited at some point during these skirmishes. Aztec Sunstone. The Aztec Sunstone is a mysterious circular stone that was discovered in 1790 in the Central Plaza of Mexico City. The stone depicts the 5 consecutive worlds of sun, as per the Aztec mythology. According to historians, this elaborately carved solar disk represented rulership for the Aztecs and some other Mesoamerican cultures. The top of the stone contains a date glyph that represents the beginning of the 5th and final sun, and the date 1427 CE. This legitimizes Itzcoatl's rule and creates a bond between mankind and the gods. The basalt stone has a diameter of 3.58 meters and has a thickness of 98 centimeters. It weighs around 25 tons. This stone was once a part of Temple Mayer's architectural complex, and the center of the stone has a representation of an Aztec god. The tongue of the figure is sticking out and probably represents a sacrificial knife, suggesting the thirst for sacrifice and blood. Historians believe that this stone was originally laid on ground and it was smeared with blood sacrifices. At the time of its discovery, the Aztec Sunstone was found laying flat and upside down. Some historians believe that it was left in that position in an effort to prevent the alleged final cataclysm, which was the fall of the final sun. Diana of Gabbi. The Diana of Gabbi is a life-size statue of a woman. It was discovered in 1792 on the property of the Prince Borghese at Gabbi, which was an ancient city situated about 18 kilometers east of Rome. According to historians, the statue depicts Artemis, the virgin goddess of hunting and the wild. The statue features the goddess wearing a drapery and sandals. Her head is turned slightly to the right, and it seems that she is looking out into space. The statue features wavy hair which is pulled back and tightly held in place by a band. The hair is styled in a bun shape from behind. This magnificent statue was added to the collection of the Prince of Borghese after its discovery. However, the prince sold it to Napoleon for financial gains, and since 1820, the statue has been on display in the Louvre in Paris. Its inventory number is MA529. Some historians believe that the statue was created for the Athenian Acropolis. The inventories dating back from 347 BC mention a dedicated statue representing the goddess. The head of the Diana of Gabbi statue resembles that of the Apollo Soractonus and Aphrodite. But still, some historians believe that Diana of Gabbi was not created by Praxiteles, as some features of the statue suggest a Hellenistic date. Regardless, Diana of Gabbi is an extremely high-quality work of art, and its several aspects confirm the Praxitelian style. Therefore, most of the historians believe that the statue was created by Praxiteles or one of his sons. But what do you think of these 5 most amazing archaeological discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.